If you don't know how to make a double welt pocket with flap, or whenever you're making yours you are always guessing, then this tutorial is definitely for you. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Sewing with Damara, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a double welt pocket with flap from start to finish. I recently made this two-tone blazer for a client, and if you don't know how to make a blazer, I have detailed tutorials on my channel how to make a blazer even with an inseam finish, and for those that have seen it, they know it's the best blazer tutorial across YouTube. I'm going to be putting the link in the description box. With that being said, let's get started. So I have these pieces here which I'll be using to create double welt pocket with flap, and as you can see here I have two different colors because I made a two-tone blazer. I'm going to be explaining what each of these pieces stand for and their measurement. First, here I have the strip which we'll be using to create the opening. For the length of the strip I have 1.5 inches, and for the width I have 8 inches. Now whatever width you have on the strip is the same width you're going to have on the pocket, because we're going to end up sewing this together. Don't worry, you understand this further in the tutorial when we get to that point. Also make sure that you iron an interfacing to your strip. I used the ST for mine. This right here is called the pocket flap, and I have this on fold. You can also see that I've ironed my interfacing. For the width here I have 2.6 inches, and for the length I have 4 inches, which means when I open it up, since it's on a fold, I'm going to have a total of 8 inches. For the pocket bag, this is also on fold, and you do not necessarily need to iron an interfacing to this. For the width I have 8 inches, which is exactly the same width with the strip like I explained earlier, while for the length I have 9 inches. Now I'm going to show you how to sew this together, and I'm going to be using the brown one to demonstrate because I feel like it is going to be more visible for you guys. Now the first thing you need to do here is to fold your strip into two, and you are going to give this a really good press. So this is exactly what you have when you are done doing that. Now let's attach all these pieces to our blazer. This is my blazer here sewn together, and like I mentioned earlier, I have detailed tutorials on my YouTube channel on how to go about the making of a blazer. I'm going to put the link in my description box, and you'll be marveled at how easy it is to do that. The first thing we are going to do here is to get the waistline of our blazer. As you can see, my waistline here is actually very visible, so I'm just going to mark a straight line to identify where my waistline is. You don't necessarily have to use a chalk to do this. I'm just using a chalk to do mine because I want you guys to see exactly what I'm doing, so you can use a fabric pen. So after getting the waistline, you're going to go down from the waistline by 2 inches, and this is where your pocket is going to sit. Get the exact position for the welt pocket. From the side here, you are going to go in by 2 inches. Now from these 2 inches, you are going to mark the width of your welt pocket, and we'll be marking 6 inches. Now this right here is the exact position where your welt pocket is going to sit. Get your strips, and remember your strips is about 8 inches wide. I'm going to place this on this line here, making sure that it is this open point that is facing the line like this. So make sure that this strip is sitting perfectly in the middle. I'm going to get the midpoint of what I have here, which is 3 inches. Then you're going to notch the midpoint of your strip and place it at this point here, just to make sure that everything is distributed equally. Also notch the midpoint of this other strip here. So this is going to help to give you equal distribution of your strips on both sides. Now you're going to stitch this down, and before you do this you need to secure this first with a pin. So I'm just going to keep this aside, and I'm going to pin this one first. Then pin the other one. You're going to stitch this down using 1/4 of an inch, which is literally half inch on both sides. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how I'm going to do this on my machine. Now before we sew, you won't sew from one end of your strip to the other because the width of our pocket is 6 inches, right? So because I already have this notch point here which is serving as my midpoint, I'm going to place the midpoint of my 6 inches there, which is 3 inches, and I'm going to mark my 6 inches. So my stitch is starting from one point here to this other point. So let's sew this. I'm going to sew this using 1/4 of an inch from this point to the other point that I marked. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on this other side here. So after doing that, this is exactly what you have, and you can see that what we have in between is about 1/2 inch, and this is what it's going to look like on the back. Now the next thing you're going to do here is to open this up at the middle, and to do that you're just going to open this up like this so you'll be able to cut through. So you're going to cut this through, and when you get to about 1/2 inch before your stitch ends, you're going to cut towards the stitch like this. Don't cut through your stitch, just cut until you get to the exact point where your stitch is. And do the same thing on this other side here. Next is to attach your pocket flap. And to do that, you're going to fold this to the wrong side like this, and you're going to stitch this down using 1/2 inch on both sides. Remember that our pocket flap is about 6.5 inches wide. So if we sew 1/2 inch on both sides, that's going to leave us with 5.5 inches. Trim off the excess and turn this over to the right side. Make sure you give it a good press so it lays flat and nice. Now you're going to attach this to the upper part of your pocket, okay, just like this. But before we do that, make sure you notch the midpoint. Like I said earlier, is to make sure that everything is distributed equally and nice. So you're going to sew this on this upper part using the same 1/4 of an inch that you sew the strips. So this is exactly how we are going to do that. And when you are done with that, this is what you have. The next thing we are going to do here is to fold this inward. So you're going to fold this way and push this inward like this. Also push the bottom one inward this way. Make sure you arrange this properly. When you are doing this side should lay flat and nice, as you can see mine like this. If yours is not laying flat and nice, then it means that you did not make that notch towards the stitch properly. So you need to open it up and notch it properly, okay? And this is what it's going to look like on the wrong side with your 2 strips, and that Y shape looking thing there is going to look like this. So yours should look exactly like this. So after holding it together, you need to also check at the front to make sure that everything is laying flat and nice. Now if you are sure that everything is okay, you are going to stitch on this point here. So after stitching it, you have secured this in place. Now we are going to repeat the same thing to this other side here. I'm going to push the strips inward. After pushing it inward, I can already see some, crease around that area. So from the back, you're going to bring it out. Make sure that you hold it like this. And also check at the front to make sure that everything is sitting nice. And as you can see, mine is not. You see that this one is looking squeezed while the other one is looking flat. I'm really glad this happened to mine so that you understand what I was trying to explain earlier. Now if this happens, all you need to do is to release it. And like I said earlier, it's simply because you did not make that notch towards the end of your stitch properly. So as you can see mine, I am trying to do that. I'm going to make a notch towards the end of my stitch. Do not cut through your thread, just very close to the stitch. Then I'm going to do this again to see what we have. So I'm just going to arrange it at the back and hold everything well. And as you can see now, everything is laying flat and nice. So if you encounter this now, you know what is wrong and you know exactly what to do. Now we are going to go ahead and stitch it like we did the first one. And voila, that is how to go about the fixing of your flap. You can see how everything is sitting pretty flat and nice. We haven't even given this a good press yet, and this is what it looks like. You guys, this is pretty easy to make. Now lastly, we are going to be attaching our pocket. So to attach the pocket, first we are going to notch the midpoint. Now this notch point here, like we did the others, you're going to make sure that the notch points are aligned together. For this upper one, you place it this way, and then for the lower one, you're going to place it this way. Now we are going to sew this together. I'm just going to let you guys watch how I'm going to sew this and know exactly how to go about yours. So sometimes talking doesn't do justice. You just have to see how it's done. So after sewing all of this together, the next thing we are going to do here is just to close up the sides of the pocket, and this is exactly how to do that. So you can go ahead and trim off whatever rough edges you have there. If you have a weaving machine, you can go ahead and weave the rough edges and all of that. And that is how to go about the making of a double welt pocket with flap. You can see that this is really easy and it is something you can do. Stop second guessing, stop making ugly looking welt pockets. Okay, learn how to do it properly. I hope this tutorial was really helpful. Please do let me know in the comment section, and if you have any questions, please leave it there in the comment section and I'll be attending to it. Make sure you subscribe, share this to family and friends who you know will be interested in tutorials like this, and I'll definitely be seeing you guys in my next one.